audience, welcome back to the channel. Right now we're going to talk about shaders and how to see your gear set in the best lighting. So for you guys who are picky about that like myself, I'm going to show you a place in the tower where I go to make sure that my gear set in the shader looks really the way I want it to look. So when I'm in the menu like this lighting is very flat, right? It is a good representation of what you're wearing, but it's still pretty dull. So at first what I started doing is changing my subclass to dark, one of the dark subclasses, whether stasis or strand, and you see the lighting changes. And to me, it's a little bit better as far as presentation goes, right? Because if you go to the actual menu, which is really the problem, this is where you customize everything. Look at your gear set. It kind of has this blue or maybe like a turquoise color cast to it. Yeah, it's a little weird. It's not the best lighting. So when you're trying to figure out what your character actually looks like, have a good representation of that, this menu's not the best place to see it. So what I figured out was I like the shadows better with enough light to brighten my gear. This spot right here is okay, but there's a lot of other reflections bouncing off of the gear set, especially if you're wearing something that's reflective. If your shader is matte, then it won't be as much of a problem because the reflections really cut down. But I found a spot downstairs where I go to really see what my gear set, the shader looks like just in the open world. We're going towards Drifter, but not quite that far. Alright, so we're going actually towards 801. And what I'll show you guys is that light up there on the ceiling. That is the best light that I found. And then you combine it with, once you walk down here, you see how the light changed? And that's because on the walls, you have a very dark, but it's a neutral gray color. And the neutral gray helps you see the colors in your gear a lot better. At least I think so. So this is where I come, right? So for me, I kind of carved out a place to stand. So when I'm coming downstairs, I see the plates on the floor. So I'm basically going to the second set near the top of that. And I'm standing right about there. And then I look up and the light's above me. And so again, for me, I mean, this is like, I can see how the light moves off of it because it's dark enough over here so that the white isn't blown out, but it's light enough that I can see everything, like all the details and whatnot. Now you can I'll also show you guys, I'll probably go vintage timber. Something that's really dark. Now if you look at it in the menu, again, there's a little bit of blue, or maybe like a turquoise, a weird bluish color that's bouncing off your armor. So I want color that's more accurate. If you come out to the menu, the light subclass is okay. If you go dark subclass, for me, that's better, but not quite there. It still has a bluish color cast to it. Now, obviously, if you go prismatic, it's going to be pink, and your armor is going to look weird. You really can't judge, what your shader looks like with this lighting. So if I come out here, now you look at it, it's black. Right, it's got a lot of shine, a lot of reflection to it, but that's about as close as I can get to the accurate color. So yeah, get a few shaders that you really like and you want to compare, and you can come here in a tower, stand under this light, and test them out and see what your gear looks like with that particular shader. Now, there's Ada standing up there. I don't want to come up here too close because watch how the armor changes. So now you're taking on a bunch of light. It's just a lot of light and everything's brighter. Because my shaders, I usually like the reflective shaders instead of the matte or the semi-gloss. So it's gonna pick up whatever's surrounding it. Now, opposite of that, if you come back here, see, now you can see the color shift. If you come under this light, it's gonna pick up all the orange, because that's what that light is up there, like an auburn orange color. So yeah, now the gear set or the shader looks completely different. It's more orange, because again, that's what's surrounding it. So as you come here, it completely changes, and now you can see the color more accurately. Yeah, so that's not bad. Not bad at all. But yeah, that's my suggestion. And if you guys have another space in a tower or somewhere in the game that you go to test out how your gear looks, just leave me the feedback in the comments and I will definitely check it out. Because I'm always looking for a really good lighting in the game. And sometimes it can be really hard to find. I guess the last thing I'll show you guys, like, look what happens as I'm running. It's like the color of your gear takes on whatever is around it. Especially for the reflective shaders. Like, you come here and the lighting's very harsh. Yeah, it's weird. It's tough to see like what your gear actually looks like. So that's definitely my suggestion. And again, leave any suggestions you guys have in the comments about really good places to stand to test out your gear, and I'll definitely check it out. All right, but that's all I have for this one. Everybody take care.